going on, man?
What's up, man?
Long time no see.
Yeah, how you doing?
Indeed. I think last time I was on with you guys, I had hair.
You did. You
About
absolutely.
that.
It's been years, since you've been on, man. Thanks for coming on, dude. You know what's funny? I was even tweeted out like we were planning this before the whole kerfuffle. So
We were playing this before the whole kerfuffle.
I kind of wonder what that song you were gonna sing that was. I mean, you never what was the song? You said
I did sing it. I sang the first verse of it. That's Alex Jones Rants as an indie folk song.
Oh, I know that one. That's
30
a good
million views on YouTube. We all know it by heart at the office. So I can break into that anytime I need to.
That's amazing.
So what are you doing? Just sitting around being bored today?
Yeah, nothing going on today.
Oh yeah, dude, it's just like you could hear a mouse piss on cotton today. Nothing's really going on at all. Everyone's all happy and nice, hugging each other. Everybody's best buddies, best friends. It's like an episode of Barney.
It's
all
weird.
gathered around the tree.
It's weird, man, because we're cool with pretty much everybody over there. We have we like everybody,
Right.
And it's just like, man, what's the vibe over there? Not great, huh?
Well, I mean, it's a little bit somber, a little bit angry, but at the same time, it's Alex's castle at the end of the day. So, the mood is going to kind of match his, and I think if you watch him, I think you'll see what the mood is.
Yeah, we were just watching some of that.
I've been watching it all day. I watched Owen's whole live. I watched the first hour of the show when he was going off today. Alex was going off, and I caught 15, 20 minutes of the War Room with him and Do, right?
Yeah.
I hate to see it personally. I think that we're better than this.
Right.
I watched Owens live. I didn't see anything in Owens live that really stuck out to me as outrageous. I saw a guy that wanted to go be fully independent, a guy who's always wanted to be more independent, a guy that's always been more of a broadcaster and less of a network guy, which is what he said. And I agree with that. I just, sometimes it's about sending a message like the Joker. I guess sometimes you got to burn everything down. And I'm referring to Alex when I say that because, they had a great relationship and I'm a supplement guy. I'm an opportunist, to be honest. I came to Owen a year ago, and I said, hey, man, if you ever want to do something outside of this, I could make a custom formula for you, and we could sell it. And he went, no. He said, absolutely not. I'm an InfoWars guy, ride or die. I'm not trying to make any more money. I'm not trying to start a personal brand right now. I'm going to go down with the ship. That's what he told me personally. In private, in the back rooms of InfoWars bowels of the dungeon, on the other side, not even on the production side of the building. That's what he told me. No cameras, no one around to hear it. So to see kind of the explosion, I get it. I do from Alex because it's his network at the end of the day. And I can understand him feeling, not betrayed, but kind of besmirched maybe a little bit. Maybe a little bit of, I don't know. It's the Alex Jones show, right? And it's InfoWars, and the conversation wasn't about him today, and I think he doesn't like that, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean that's true. That's a good point. I mean, it's his. At the end of the day, it's his. InfoWars is his. I mean, the thing that I found Owen was talking about him being censored. I don't know what specifically what he specifically meant to that, but he alluded that he couldn't say stuff. And for me, my take as an outsider, let me tell you my take. It feels like when anything was going too hard on Trump or too much Israel controls Trump, I felt like that was an uncomfortable place. That's my opinion. That's how it looks like to us. For people that are looking at it, that's what we talk about. We're that's what it looks like. Now, I don't know if that's what it is, but it's just because even Alex said, I agree with 99% of the stuff he's saying. And I'm like, I mean, do you though? Because, I mean, I watch Alex's show and I watch Owen's show.
I don't agree with that at all.
Yeah.
I don't agree with I agree with 99% of what Owen says. Yeah. Owen's a guy. It's... Alex agrees with Harrison, maybe 60% agrees with Owen. I thought more than Harrison. If you watch Harrison's show in the morning, Harrison kind of goes hard. So,
oh yeah, we love Harrison. Harrison's awesome. I mean, And Harrison has been going a lot harder than normal too. And I even said it earlier. It's going to be tough for him because now he has 2 Christmases, and that's that's.
And I was actually going to say, yeah, these kind of situations really just like ripple out, and they can really affect a lot of people, and that's always like one of the biggest tragedy. Who's getting custody of Rob Dew?
Yeah, who gets
How
custody?
does that work? Is that at every other weekends? Who's
Are they
like,
splitting?
Yeah, I don't. We need to know. The people want to know.
I think Alex has sole custody.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
But getting back to what Royce said, you talk about censorship, and like that's the big question. That's what everyone says online. Everyone says Alex is a Jew worshiper, and he married a Jewess, and all this and whatnot.
Well, who else are you going to marry if you're a Jew worshiper? That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Where else would I get my stunning verbal IQ? You have to create kind of a Frankenstein's monster with me. But anyway, here's how I see it. We have been attacked for like the last decade, and more than that if you include my mom and my father's divorce, and like all the tens of millions Alex has lost personally, as well as the business and the Sandy Hook persecution and all that and whatnot. Alex is not trying to censor Owen out of a love of Israel or out of any sort of like he doesn't agree with his political beliefs. Alex desperately wants justice. And if you look at our administration right now, it's kind of controlled by one singular party. And I think to get any sort of action from the task force and the guys coming in, I think you got to play ball a little bit. And that's all I'll say about that. I'm going to be very careful with my language here because this will get clipped to oblivion.
Right.
But I believe that's kind of what's going on here. I don't think it's overt. I wouldn't call it censorship. I think Alex, I think he's been a bit too much of a cheerleader for Trump.
Let me
finish. Just real quick. And I think Owen has gone, a little too far in the negative, maybe for Alex's liking, and I think that's what this is about. So.
Yeah, I mean, I think that I'll say this. Coming back from a place where he couldn't even have Alex on as a guest on YouTube, by the way, without getting popped. Like, we know that. Like, that's something that was happening. People were losing their channels, getting strikes. Not even for like, unless you were talking bad about him, you were not even allowed to talk about him on YouTube, because we got hit for strikes for that. And I think when you're finally at least coming back to a place where you're getting, I'm not going to say mainstream, but at least you're not like in the bowels where you could actually be on shows again. You could go on, he was on Tucker Carlson. Like you could.
Him being on Twitter, him being on Rumble, him being interviewed on people's YouTube channels is absolutely insane. It's something I never saw coming. And like people have very short memories. Everyone online is like Adolf Groiper 1488 and all that. And everyone must be as harsh and as like on fire as possible at all times to have any kind of credibility or respect. There was a period of time where I was not sure like Alex is going to be able to make it because of how hard and horrible his life was. Off all platforms, only with Band.video, going to court multiple times a week. We're talking not just for a week, for a month, for months. We're talking for years, right? So that takes a toll on a person. And I really think that the 2024 Trump victory was such like a euphoric moment that we didn't really think was going to happen, that it's kind of a don't bite the hand that feeds situation. Like, oh, we're on the air. We're doing great. We're fighting the globalists. Just like there's going to be justice. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. And for someone that actually went to prison like Owen, I don't think that's enough. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I can agree with your point, and I would say that is definitely a great point, but I just feel like you could have made that point without throwing my man Adolf Groiper 1488 under the bus. Like he didn't do nothing to you.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And he's just
and honestly, knowing Groipers, he's probably a Mexican guy. So for being
there's a guy named Adolf Groiper 1488 right now going, what the fuck did I do?
It's like that,
I didn't do nothing to this guy.
Pointing at the TV.
Yeah,
exactly.
Like,
that's me.
That's me. No, I mean look, man, I understand the position, but I guess for a lot of people, like it's weird. Like, look, obviously, even before Mersh was like out listening to Alex, even before I knew who Alex was, Mersh is like old school, like public access, like Alex Jones guy. It usually wouldn't. It's weird.
I used to listen to him on a Real Media Player.
Yeah, there you go.
Dog.
Hearing stuff where you figure, man, I feel like Alex like 5 years ago, even 10 years ago, would being like, no, this is fucking bullshit. Let's call this out. And you start, it feels like what everybody deals with like their boomer parents sometimes, where you love them and you know their heart's in the right place, but it's like, I get Trump is the only whatever, but Trump needs to be, look at the perfect example of why we can't go easy on Trump. Trump finally talked about that warp speed might have been a mistake. And that wouldn't have happened if people were going easy on him about it. It's because everybody was nailing him every day. Look, I'm not saying you have to...
And at this rate, in 10 years, we're going to get that Epstein stuff.
Yeah, eventually.
Look, here's the thing. Yeah. For me, it really all comes down to Gaza and how you cover the Gaza issue. I consider that to be a genocide. Whatever you think about the Muslims or whatnot, you don't just get to bomb people forever and ever and ever ad infinitum. And I know that's not a good thing to say on
unless
YouTube.
You're America.
I apologize. But look, at the end of the day, I came back on the network because of that issue specifically, because it was something that truly to me was so black and white that I felt like if you didn't speak out about it or at least call it what it was, you're a collaborator in it. That's how I see it personally. And, you know, Alex has paid lip service to it and he's called it a genocide and he's really criticized Netanyahu and he's platformed Fuentes, which is a huge thing, you know, that can't be ignored. But, you know, you talk about that stuff, you're being too negative, man. You're being too negative, bro. Stop being negative, bro. We got winning going on. You see Cash Patel and his Unit 8200 wife? Yeah. Oh, we got all this winning going on with Pam Bondi and shit, you know? And if you're not congruent with that worldview, it started to cause some beefs internally.
Yeah, I mean, but this isn't the only place it's happening, if we're being honest. Like there's a lot of places right now where that one issue will completely dictate what side you fall on things and where you are. I mean, we cover this. Look, we were just playing on the first hour, Alex Stein losing his mind on Tim Pool's show about it. Like going like, no, shut up. You know, it's like, shut up. And that's somebody who's on the Blaze now. Like, so he's a good
man.
Yeah.
He's a good man, Alex.
Alex Stein is our boy. We like him. He's helped us out a lot. He's always been a real cool dude. And, it's really, and that's what I'm annoyed about. It's like, dude, why is it something? I don't care what side you fall on. I'm just gonna be clear here. I agree with you, the genocide thing. I do agree with that 100%. We talk about that. But that being said, I don't even care what side you fall on. Why is something that is in the Middle East controlling every conversation, everything we do, everything we say? Doesn't matter what side you. Why are we still talking about this? It's such manufactured fucking horse shit that we're talking about this. We're talking about this issue that doesn't really affect us in real anyway. All we have to do is ignore it.
Nothing happens here. Nothing here ever gets better. It only gets worse. And it's the same folks. It's a rotating door. To me, the Gaza issue is such a big issue because there's no one you could vote for that opposes it. There's no one you could vote for. And see, they all hold it over their heads as a sacred cow issue, even more than the people that are talking about it, because they know they can distract people with foreign politics while they continue to rape the country. And I really think we're an end stage here. I think 2028 is going to be a place where, you know, if you're not living in a safe state like Texas or Florida, I think it's going to be like World War Z. I think it's going to get really, really, really bad. And I'm real scared about it, to be honest with you. And, you know, I remember a great Tim Dillon episode talking about the country and talking about the country being a person that's like getting in a bathtub to slip their wrists. I think that we're there. And like, I try to be positive. I try not to black pill. I try not to doom, but I keep going there because, you know, where's all the winning at, man? Like, why is stuff more expensive? Like, why can't I afford things, you know? I make good money.
I have a question now. It's just going back to the whole InfoWars things. I know Owen's like out now, and obviously things are tense around there. Is Alex is Alex bribing Harrison now with like extra? Does he get to have ice cream for dinner now and stuff? And
that's like, funny.
I'm just gonna keep making divorce jokes because
he's gonna take us all to Chick-fil-A later.
That's cool. That's really cool.
Yeah, he's getting McDonald's every night for dinner now. It's fine.
Oh shit! The Chick-fil-A in Austin has a playhouse still.
Yeah, every time he cries, I just take him to Dave and Buster's, and then he rides the rides alone.
Nice.
Alex is more of a main event kind of guy.
Oh, that's nice. Okay, that's cool.
He's more a main event kind of guy, to be honest with you.
All right. Well, how about this? We've had what have you been up to, man? And we don't have to talk about this the whole time. Like, what have you been up to, dude? It's been a while since you've been on. Like, you know, you disappeared for a bit.
Yeah, so I had a falling out with InfoWars. I'm kind of the original Owen in a way, if you think about it. 2020, I was very critical of Trump, and me and my dad kind of rammed heads on that. I ended up going to a GOP event in the fall of 2020 where they had a speaker who was like trans but is now just gay and like wanted to be a Republican, and it's just like, I'm on your side.
Ollie London?
I don't know who it was.
It had to be that. You described Ollie London, but go ahead.
Point is, the entire crowd basically acted like biblical Arabs and started trying to like stone this person. And I got on the InfoWars battle tank and I was like, this is why you're never going to win another election again. You got 40, 50, 60-year-old women while this is going on in the street twerking to Trump rap music and to Trump salsa music. And I was like, you're cooked. Like, welcome to Biden. And like, that's what I was saying on the mic. That didn't go over too well, so I left. I went out to East Texas for a year, and I thought about what I wanted to do. And during that time, I started my online business. I was originally just in e-commerce. I was drop shipping water filters, but I started getting into supplements and supplement formulation. And now I've actually built quite a neat operation for myself over these past 4 years, where I'm a manufacturer, white labeler. I'm an e-commerce seller. I've got like 5 or 6 stores. And then I've got a warehouse. I do shipping and fulfillment for multiple companies. So I took my aspect of what I learned at InfoWars, which was the business side of it, really. Like, I watched the shows. I was around. I was a reporter. I did all that. But I was really in the back room with the boys, like learning how the sausage got made. So I just set that system up for myself, basically. And now that I have that ability under me, I'm coming back into media, and I'm gonna be able to sponsor myself and other people that I believe in.
Yes, so, I saw you set up, and you're starting your own show. You're going solo somewhere.
Yes, I've got an incredible studio right over there. Unfortunately, I was gonna film from there today, but we got to get a signal extender for the Wi-Fi. It's been problem after problem after problem. I'm sorry. I know it looks like I'm filming on a potato right now.
No, that's fine.
But yeah, I hope that I can come on with you guys all the time. It's gonna be super cool. I'm going to be doing a morning show from 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. I'll be doing a Saturday show with a good buddy of mine. And I'll be doing a Sunday show where I'm just going to steal Chase Geiser's name, Tomorrow's News Tonight. And I'll be doing that show from 6 to 8 p.m.
That's great. I'll just take Chase's stuff. That's pretty funny. That's awesome, man. I mean, that's great you're doing that. And it's I will say, like, people do talk a lot about the InfoWars stuff, but I mean, honestly, you seem to, I follow you on Twitter. You're fucking wild, by the way. Great follow.
Appreciate it, dude. I try to have fun on Twitter, man.
Yeah, Twitter's fun, but like you say whatever you want, and that's even though it goes against either, like you said, even what Alex is saying and people are saying, which is kind of cool to see. You know what I mean? It's not that rank and file like when you tune into Fox and everyone's like, oh yeah, we're all gonna talk. Here's the talking points for today.
Right?
Isn't Trump awesome because he played golf? Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I think the worst follow on Twitter right now is Nick Sortor. That guy sucks.
I think I'm gonna be going on his show soon.
Well, tell him we said he sucks.
His Twitter is like the worst follow ever.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh my God, Trump fucking had a bacon, egg, and cheese this morning. How great is our president?
Who's the other one? That Eric Daughtry guy? The other guy that's always like, or Gunther Eagle Dick or whatever.
Gunther Eagle Dick.
Cat turd.
Gunther Siegelman.
There it is.
I almost tweeted that out. I didn't because I thought it was a little too corny, a little too libby. You know, liberals like to like change words around like that. But Gunther Siegelman, I think, is pretty good. That maybe my alt pretty soon.
It's your alt name.
Gunther Siegelman. Yeah. Gunther Siegelman.
Yeah, but yeah. So it's I don't know, man. I'm so sick of like. I will say this, man. One of the cool things that has happened is the difference between the people that voted for Trump and the people that voted for Biden. When Trump starts doing shit that pisses people off, there is a actual genuine split. Like, it's not this fake everyone follows along. There are people that go, no, fuck off. We're not doing this. And again, I think, and I mean this and shit like that, and like what I was saying about, you're doing your own thing. Shit like that, pushing back like that is how you get Trump to do things. Trump pretends like he doesn't care, but you can actually bully Trump to do stuff.
It's the only hope we got.
Yeah.
It's the only hope we got is that he is glued to the cell phone.
Yeah.
Like that is truly the only hope we have. And I think that's actually a great point, Royce.
Yeah.
That's a great point.
What do you think about JD Vance?
Oh man, we're cooked. It's so over. Like, we're cooked. I keep tweeting out we're cooked, and people seem to like that because it's true.
You don't like Peter Thiel's fleshlight?
Dude, I hate to say it, I'm looking for places to move, in a few years, to be honest with you. I'm not too confident about the nation, and it makes me sad because, I'd like to consider myself to be a patriot, but it seems like there's no way to vote yourself out of this. It really does. And as much as I criticize Trump and whatnot, I do think Trump actually, even if it is delusional, I think he does want to do good. I'm not so sure about these other people.
I don't think I will agree with this, and I talk about this. I don't think Trump is, unlike other people, I don't think Trump is like a demonic evil guy. Like I think Bush was, or at least Cheney for sure. I think that Trump is absolutely easily influenced by flattery. Trump can be easily swayed. I mean, look at Lindsey Graham. Look at him going after Massey. That's Trump's Achilles heel. Lindsey Graham, look at Mark Levin. I hate Mark Levin, but look at Mark Levin. Mark Levin literally has clips of him saying, I'm a never Trumper. I'll never vote for Trump. And now Trump is like touting his book out there. All you have to do is say, you're doing a great job, Mr. President.
And compliment his shoes.
Yeah, and that's it. And that's all it takes.
Tell him he's good at golf and he loves you.
Well, I think that's an insight to where you look at someone like Levin, and Levin was a never Trumper, an anti-Trumper, really. And then Levin gets the big Trump interview and gets Trump saying good things about him. I mean, where's that treatment for us, right?
Yep.
Like, we've been sued, we've been abused, we've had our operation raped by these people. And I really think it's kind of like, we're hoping for that one ray of sunshine because that's all it takes. They broke the law. They did illegal criminal things. They held the fake auction. And we're just holding out hope, or I guess Alex is holding out hope more than us, really, that Ed Martin will come in and do something about it. And he should. It's the right thing to do. But everything is political. Nothing is objective. Nothing is based on the law. Nothing is based on reality. It's all a show. And that's the thing. Like, did you see, like, the gaggle of, like, RNC Twitter whores, like the gay black dude, Emily Saves America, the other like little weak sister retard guy, wearing the plate carrier and the helmet and shit.
Yep.
Emily Saves America. Oh, dude, by the way, like, just please, like, let me at her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like these guys, they all go over there and they take this photo op, and like those people have the most access, the most media, everything, and everybody hates them. Right? Everyone hates people like that, but that's who's promoted because they're willing to play the political game, and they're willing to, we're a part of your movement, Mr. Trump, but they just work for Israel, man.
No, but that's a good point. But here's a perfect example. They talk about this independent media chair that they have at the press thing. It's like, yeah, every fucking paid fucking shill, every Posobiec, and all these assholes are sitting there. You never have someone that's actually going to ask a real fucking question because they're all afraid to. That seat is worthless if you're not going to have anyone that's going to ask an actual pushing back question to him. It's all going to people go like Posobiec being like, Trump, you look so handsome today. How do you do it? And shit like that. And it's like
that's what it takes.
Yep.
That's what it takes. It's called access journalism, and it's not okay.
And it's not worth it. To me, it's not worth it because then even if you get that seat, anything you say, everyone goes, that guy's an idiot. I don't fucking trust what he's saying. Nobody believes him.
I get it, but you know what? Epstein binders, dude. That would have been cool.
Oh, those empty binders.
That was a great humiliation.
That was
awesome.
So
crazy to see. All those people, like DC Drano, Libs of TikTok, all the biggest accounts you could find, all proud to go up there and to hold up those binders. And that's because they don't have any experience in media. They're just set up accounts, right? They're not broadcasters like us. They have no idea what it is to have an audience and have to have loyalty and credibility to your audience. They're just, they're just wind-up toys, and they're useful idiots that get used by whatever administration is in power. And if it was a John McCain type of dude, they'd be doing the same type of thing. They'd be doing the same type of glazing. It's just Trump glazing. It's a different flavor.
I remember the day before that Epstein stuff, and I was like, you guys aren't getting anything, right? And it's like, whatever, I'm going to bed. And then the next day when I woke up and I saw the binders, I was like, and everybody was so mad, and I was like,
so angry.
This rules. Like, I was just laughing and stuff. Like, I'm like, if you prepare yourself mentally for it coming, it's really funny when it happens.
Well, what you're saying, Rex, is true. But everything is like Trump brings it up all the time. Everything is a loyalty test. Like, it's not about whether you have a good idea or not. With him, everything's a loyalty test. I mean, look at Laura Loomer. Laura Loomer's a perfect example. Like, she's literally his loyalty watchdog. She's going to go after people that aren't loyal to the president. Shut up, Laura. You look like a fucking scarecrow.
I don't believe she's Jewish. I think she had plastic surgery to make herself look more Jewish. I believe my left toenail is more Jewish than Laura Loomer, to be honest with you. I'd like to see some evidence. Everyone's always calling me out online as a Jew. I'm an eighth. I'm an octoroon, I believe is the technical term for that. But I am a Jew, unfortunately or fortunately, depending on how you look at it, right? And I don't believe she is one at all. And you look at these people, they take on an identity so they can have power, right? Like, I didn't want any of the identities that I've been given, right? Like, I'm Alex's son. And I really appreciate that you guys address me as Rex, because some people literally will just call me Alex's son. Like, it means a lot to me, honestly, that you guys title the interview like that, because that's just something that I have to live with and I have to deal with. And all of Alex's, critiques or mistakes or errors, they get passed on to me and I have to deal with them unwarranted, but that's what it is. It's fine. These people are complete nothing entities. They have no history. They have no lineage. They have no nothing. And then yet they're the ones that want you to care about their identity the most, right? That's how I see it. That's how I see it.
But I mean, people like that, I mean, look, I don't know if Laura Loomer is Jewish or not, but I did see her before it, and whether she's Jewish or not, she's definitely ugly.
But the nose has gotten worse after the surgery, which is usually they try to reverse that.
Yeah, well, maybe she made it bigger. That's hilarious if she did. She goes, I need a nose lengthening.
I believe that that's true. I don't want to. It's not a claim, but I believe it.
Just in case she's really Jewish and sues you.
Well, I just like to see some evidence. Oy vey and all that. I don't believe it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about, like, this is what this turned out to. Live the TikTok is one that we've had a problem with, even when people liked her. There's a lot of people that there's people that we've had a problem with, that we've had people come back and go, look, I blocked you because of blah, blah, blah. But you know what? You were right about them, because at the end of the day, these people are fake. Like, Live the TikTok, she's not a journalist. She's nothing. She's somebody who was stealing TikTok videos. That's what she was doing.
And by the way, I've seen Libs of TikTok's face. She's not faking being Jewish.
No, she's really Jewish.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Chayek is actually Jewish. No, but she...
that bitch looks biblical.
Yeah. So she's one that's, all she did was steal TikTok videos, and now they're treating her like she's some sort of fucking journalist. Like, she's not a fucking journalist. All you did was steal TikTok videos and go, oh, trans, bad. That's cool, dude. That's great. And because you had a funny little wacky name. All we're doing is boomer pandering. That's all this is. It's all
porn for the boomers at the end of the day. We're boomer maxing, and it's killing the country. Like, this group of old people that has all the wealth, has all the houses, they're the ones that our politicians appeal to. They vote in really high percentages. We need the young people to come out and kind of revolt against this stuff. But there's not even really an option or an opportunity to revolt against it, because who do you vote for? Right?
No, yeah.
I'm sure in 10 years, Gunther Eagleman will run for Congress.
Yeah, then we'll be set.
Seriously, though, think about it.
He will.
We're going to get into the era, and we already are in it now, in a certain respect, with people like AOC and whatnot, of influencer politicians. Yeah. But we're going to get to the point to where it's people that started off that way.
Yeah, the problem is when a cool one runs like Brandon Herrera, they're like, not that one.
Yep.
He's
a cool guy. No, look, influencer. It's the same as lawyer, right? Like, lawyer used to be the most scummy profession in the whole world. Now it's an influencer. They're good lawyers, right? But most of them are bad.
Yeah.
And it's kind of the same with influencers, right? Y'all are broadcasters. You do a show. I'm a broadcaster. I'm a reporter. I have a history of that, right? These people, I'm just talking about someone that creates an account and just starts posting and grabs the algorithm and never lets go. And then because they parrot the right talking points, they get to access journalism to become huge. And unfortunately, that's most of the landscape I see on Twitter. That's why I go so hard on Twitter. I mean, that Dom Lucre guy, Alex Stein. What have you ever done?
Oh, I'll tell you what he's done. He's fucking.
That's actually, it's really funny. Remember when Alex Stein had me ambush Dom?
Yeah, he ambushed Dom on Alex Stein's show.
I literally screamed the same thing you just did at Dom Lucre to his face,
and
which was great.
Mersh had a at Dom Lucre watermark over his fucking camera.
He rage quit the show. It was really funny.
Because Dom Lucre, all he does is steal other people's things. That's his entire fucking gimmick. All he is a fucking content thief who takes his stuff and put his fucking watermark on it. And that's, by the way, the people that get access, the people that get all these fucking retweets. Here's another one, Ian Miles Chung, that fucking Malaysian retard. I am so fucking sick of these people coming in here. And by the way, there's so many non-Americans too in this. And that's, do you notice that? How many fucking non-Americans have these like Patriot Eagle accounts?
Ian Miles Chung.
Yeah, man, he's a fucking Malaysian retard. I hate that guy. And he's another one who just steals things. He just steals things. He makes money off of Twitter because he gets paid in Elon cum. That's my opinion.
I think you guys are being unfair.
Yeah. Yeah, you like Ian Miles Chung? You trying to ride the algorithm?
Yeah, I like his take on like how like somebody will have a good take or something, right? Like I like how he takes that take and then like runs it through AI.
Right. Like he did with G Prime's art. Yeah, no, that's really cool. That's what we're dealing with. Hey, dude, Rex, I got to tell you, man, thanks for coming on. First off, we're coming up here towards the end, dude.
Shit, we're done.
We want you to come on. Whenever you want to come on, man, promote your stuff. Of course, you know you have an open invite. It was great having you on, man. And let me know. I'll do your show whenever you want. I don't go on until 10 a.m. anyway by my morning shows. If you want me to hop on, I will absolutely be there.
I'd absolutely love it. I'd love to do a full show with you guys.
Hell yeah.
That would be all right. Just give me, my goal is this Sunday to do Tomorrow's News Tonight live on Twitter and Rumble.
Cool.
It's been a lot of setbacks getting set up, honestly, and I'm running a business over here as well. So it's not just like this is all I got to do. I kind of got another checklist and whatnot. But I really appreciate the opportunity. I've always really appreciate you guys. I've loved your channel. I've been a subscriber for like 6 years.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, we've known you since back in the day.
Yeah, dude, you're basically you're the reason that we got to meet all the InfoWars people, man. So we really appreciate that. And yeah, you've always been a real dude with us, and we're glad you're back, man. We really are, and we really appreciate you coming on. I mean, obviously, it just happenstance that all this stuff happened when you came on, but we were trying to have you on a couple weeks ago, but you got busy. But man, I'm really glad you're on. Whenever you want to come on again, man, we can talk about whatever you want. You were great, dude. The chat seems to fucking love you. So why don't you plug your stuff?
Sure. I mean, the only thing I have to plug right now is Rex Jones News with a Z at Twitter, right? So if you want to see more of me, you want to see my opinions, my takes, you want to see what I believe, go subscribe to me or follow me on Twitter. If you're interested in getting a product from me, if you're interested in any of that, I do sell methylene blue that is my own. So if you don't want to give out money to Alex, you want to give money to me, you can go to bluevitality.com. That's bluevitality.com. Nice. You can go there and get my proprietary methylene blue formula, which has alpha lipoic acid in it, something that theirs does not have. So Rex Jones News,
wow, a little shade.
Yeah.
And then bluevitality.com.
Let's talk about that too off air too. Maybe we could do something with that. All right, guys. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it. Really appreciate you coming on, dude. Hopefully have you on again soon. Thanks for taking time to come on, man. Take it easy, dude. See ya.